7. Balai Island. In October 1941, during World War II, 600 British soldiers were captured by the Japanese in Singapore and told that they were going to a prisoner of war camp in Japan. However, their journey took them a bit farther than that, as they ended up going south of the equator, passing Singapore, and making a stop in Papua New Guinea. Here, the men were separated according to their physical ability. 517 of them ended up being selected to sail all the way to Balai Island. The men arrived in late November and were tasked with building the runway on the island under slave labor conditions. Many of the prisoners died from being overworked, extreme exhaustion from the heat, and tropical diseases. Sadly, though, many of them died at the hands of their own allies when they performed air raids on the island. A raid carried out by a B-24 bomber in March 1943 ended up killing around 300 of the prisoners when bombs landed on the encampment where they were staying. Another heavy air raid 2 years later in June 1945 by the US Navy would prove to be the end for the men. The Japanese forces on the island decided to surrender, but not before executing all the surviving prisoners. So, on June 30th, 1943, the remaining men, numbering around 70 to 100, were killed via beheading or by bayonets. After the war, the Australian government decided to investigate the island, where they found the mass grave where the men were buried. Despite the evidence, the official claim from the British government was that the men had died when their ship had sunk on the way to Rabaul. Although Korean workers on the island and Chinese prisoners confirmed the massacre of the British prisoners of war, and one of the Japanese commanders, Norihiko Ozaki, confessed what happened in 1946. No war convictions were ever made for what happened on Balai. Visitors to the island will experience a strange chill as they walk through the abandoned Japanese airbase and walk up the runway that was built at the cost of so many lives, which is slowly being reclaimed by nature. So that they don't forget what this place was, there is wreckage scattered around the site, including a complete but degraded Mitsubishi G4M Betty bomber. The propellers are still intact, but the tail has been speared through by a tree. A grim reminder of this island's World War II occupation and the fate of the men forced to work there. 6. Aldwitch Tube Station, London. Aldwitch Tube Station was constructed in 1907 as part of the Jubilee line of the London Underground system. During the years, it saw use as more than just a train station for the shuttle service. It was used as a bomb shelter during the Blitz in World War II, being the site of an underground concert in 1940, and also housing artworks from national museums in order to protect them from the bombs raining down on the London skyline. However, Aldwich's success as a train station wasn't as imperative as its other feats. It closed on multiple occasions during the 20th century. It closed for good in 1994 as the lifts were too expensive to replace, and so was designated as a ghost station. Aldwich Station feels like it is frozen in time, with posters and maps on the walls from almost 30 years ago, with the station building, tunnels, and platforms feeling eerily empty. These qualities are actually what give it a new lease of life, though, as the station sees itself being used as a location for various movies and TV shows. You may have seen it yourself if you've watched things like Sherlock, Atonement, V for Vendetta, or even the new Luther movie on Netflix. With over 40 abandoned stations as part of the London Underground network, Aldwich isn't the only one that has taken pride of place on the silver screen. Part of the Charing Cross station, as well as Bank of the Waterloo and City Line, can also be hired out by film crews. Hiring an abandoned station for filming isn't cheap though. So if you're interested, it will set you back £3,000 per hour. The price does come with the use of a functional train though, although we're not sure if this justifies the cost. If you would rather see the spooky abandoned stations for yourself without a movie camera, you can arrange a tour via Transport for London of quite a few locations. learning the fascinating history behind these stations while hearing your footsteps echo down the narrow, tiled chambers. 5. Ghost Town in the Sky, North Carolina. Ghost Town in the Sky first opened its doors in 1961. Located in Maggie Valley in North Carolina, it was a popular Wild West-themed amusement park that drew in guests from all over the country. Famous figures from film and TV also made appearances there, including those from Laramie and Wagon Train, which made the park even more enticing to guests hoping to spot big stars. During the height of its popularity in the 1960s, the park attracted over 620,000 visitors every year. The park boasted many attractions, including thrilling roller coasters and Wild West-themed carnival stalls, among others. But as the years went by, the park faced challenges. New management, aging rides, and lack of proper maintenance all played a part. Over time, it seemed like more of the rides were broken on each day than were functional, which caused a massive drop in visitors, with annual figures in 2008 being 340,000, just over half of its original visitor numbers in the 1960s. With ticket sales dropping, Ghost Town in the Sky faced severe financial problems, which led to many staff not receiving their salaries and making complaints to management. This all came to a head in 2009, when at the end of the season, the park closed its doors for good. Now the park looks like something out of an apocalypse movie, with decaying rides and tickets strewn through the park, and its rides that will never be claimed for prizes. Things are eerily quiet, with places like the Main Street, General Store, and Saloon feeling deserted when they would have been packed with guests. These images were captured by Ben James, who visited the park from England. He recorded what he found in the abandoned Ghost Town in the Sky theme park and posted it to social media, where it received over 3 million viewers, with many of them recounting their happy memories of visiting the theme park, including it being a first date or even a honeymoon destination. Have you ever visited Ghost Town in the Sky? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel while you're at it. 4. Botanic Gardens Station, Scotland. The Botanic Gardens in Glasgow, Scotland are a well-known feature of the city. However, many people may not realize that underneath their feet is an abandoned railway station. The train station was constructed in 1896 by the Caledonian Railway Company. It was affectionately known as the Kremlin, thanks to the unusual onion-shaped chimney dome which reminded Glasgonians of the iconic Russian building. During World War I, the station was closed for 2 years from 1917 to 1919, as it wasn't needed as much due to most men fighting on the front lines. But even when the line reopened again, the amount of passengers using the station stayed low. The partially underground station could be dusty and smoky, and as a result, many commuters chose alternate modes of transportation above ground, leading to the station's eventual closure in 1939. Trains still kept going through on that stretch of line though, until that too was finally axed in 1964. Although the platform and the train tunnels were left to decay, the rest of the station was still operating. Although instead of being a functional ticket office, businesses took over the place, including the Silver Slipper Cafe and the Sgt. Pepper's nightclub. Another tragedy for the Botanical Gardens railway station would strike when the station building was set alight during a Battle of the Bands competition at the Sgt. Pepper's nightclub on March 22, 1970. No humans were hurt, but sadly the dog that belonged to the owner of the Silver Slipper died due to smoke inhalation. The damage to the building was so great, the decision was made to tear it down. Although the main building has been torn down, explorers could still make their way down to the abandoned train platform of the station, which was covered in graffiti and overgrown with plants, with hulking beam supports greeting ghostly shadows on the disused tracks. If you are not brave enough to make your way down to the abandoned station itself, visitors to the Botanic Gardens can still see glimpses of it through the ventilation spaces dotted through the garden. 3. The Rig Theater, Texas. Built in 1950 in Fremont, Texas, the Rig Theater was built to attract moviegoers in Jim Wells County. Able to seat 500 people, it was the hub of the community, with many people and families making their way there to watch the latest blockbusters for over 30 years. After 30 years of showings, the Rig Theater shut down, leaving it to stand empty and in a state of disrepair. The cinema still gets some visitors though, but they aren't there to grab some popcorn and watch a flick. Instead, the Rig Theater is popular with ghost hunters, as it is supposedly one of the most haunted buildings in southern Texas. The main ghost known to haunt the Rig Theater is that of a young boy with pitch black eyes. He's often found sitting in one of the theater seats with his head down. Those who have been brave enough to approach him have said that he lifted his head and said hello telepathically to them. Although it's forbidden to enter the building, those even passing it from the outside can't help but feel a chill up their spine at the eerie appearance of this abandoned movie theater. 2. St. George's Church, Czechia. St. George's Church can be found in Czechia in the small village of Lukova. Consecrated in 1352, it held services for the 708 people who called the village home. That was until 1968, when the church roof caved in during a funeral. Superstitions abounded, with many believing the church to be haunted or cursed, and refusing to step foot inside after the incident. Things got so bad that the church started holding mass outside for its congregation. The church was left to further deteriorate, its interior exposed to the elements thanks to its collapsed roof. Many years later, the community decided that it may not be cursed after all, and that attempts should be made to restore it. But so much time had gone by that getting the funds to have this 14th century building return to its former glory would be all but impossible. That was until 2012, when local artist Jakub Hadrava had an idea that would play off of the church's haunted past. Using fellow art students as models and draping them in sheets, Hadrava created 32 lifelike spectral figures that were placed around the church. Some sit in the pews, others by the altar, and even one stands in the entryway to welcome brave visitors. Aside from being a great way to raise funds for the church's refurbishment and repairs, the ghosts also have an important political and historical message too. They are a representation of the Sudeten Germans, also known as German Bohemians. This ethnic group was expelled from Czechia after World War II, with over 3 million of them being displaced to Germany and Austria. Visitors from all over the world have traveled to see the ghosts at St. George's Church, even though some of them haven't been brave enough to enter through the door. However, the main thing is that the exhibition has raised over $26,000. 1. Fchelli Asylum, Italy. On May the 12th, 1945, a group of 70 soldiers being held prisoner as part of the Fascist Socialist Republic of Italy were taken from the stadium that was being used as a prison camp to an asylum in Vercelli, Italy. The men were bundled into the building, and the staff at the asylum were forcibly told to leave. They were then locked in the asylum cells and brutally beaten and tortured before being split up into smaller groups to be executed. The problems with the asylum didn't stop there. Just 15 years later, during the 1960s, many of the nurses working there made complaints about the director of the institute using methods of treatment that they described as psychologically violent. So who only knows what was going on behind closed doors? The asylum was finally shut down in 1978 as part of the Italian Mental Health Act, which saw every asylum in the country closed and replaced with community-based services instead. Although the asylum had finally closed its doors at the site, the location would still be used, operating as a regular hospital until 1991 when it was abandoned for good. Today, urban explorers like Annalisa describe the asylum as being like a scene from a horror movie. Floorboards creak and are covered in debris, including doctor's notes and confidential patient records that date back decades. A prayer room sits hauntingly silent and disheveled, still with a maroon cloth covering the altar at the back. The long, narrow corridors give a feeling of oppression and of always being watched. However, the most spine-chilling thing of all sits outside on one of the overgrown patios. A wheelchair sits alone, its seat empty aside from a white mask. Some people think that the mask could be a representation of the men who were massacred here over 70 years ago, or the souls of people who lost their lives due to the violent treatments carried out at the asylum.
Number 7. The MS World Discoverer, Solomon Islands. The MS World Discoverer was born as the Biwa Discoverer in 1974 in Bremerhaven, Germany, embarked on a remarkable journey starting off as a passenger ship. Later acquired by Adventurer Cruises Inc. in 1985, the 87-meter vessel underwent multiple name changes in its first decade. Renowned for its double-hull construction and designed to absorb iceberg impacts, the World Discoverer specialized in expeditions to the Antarctic Peninsula, where passengers could watch ice floe movements from the deck or explore closer in the water using inflatable dinghies. A true globetrotter, the ship navigated many regions, from Alaskan waters to the Russian border, the Bering Sea, and the South Pacific. But on April 30th, 2000, during a cruise traveling near the Solomon Islands Sandfly Passage, the World Discoverer struck an uncharted reef. Captain Oliver Cruz, recognizing the severity of the situation, immediately sent out a distress signal and safely evacuated all passenger and crew members to a dispatched ferry. As the vessel started listing to the side, Captain Cruz deliberately grounded it in Roderick Bay to stop it from sinking completely. Efforts to salvage the ship were further hindered by local civil unrest, with reports of ransacking and a 46-degree tilt. Subsequent salvage attempts were abandoned altogether after gunshots were exchanged with local tribe members. The World Discoverer, a constructive loss, now lies half-submerged in Roderick Bay, surrounded by the slowly encroaching jungle, visible on Google Maps. This decaying relic, once a dashing explorer, stands as a testament to the relentless march of time, waiting for its eventual fate amidst the lush greenery that now envelops its decrepit hull. Number 6. Lost City of Giants, Ecuador. Deep inside the impenetrable jungles of Ecuador, an incredible discovery has been unveiled: the remnants of a massive structure dubbed by researcher Bruce Fenton as the Lost City of Giants. This awe-inspiring find, in the heart of the dense greenery, consists of a massive wall stretching 260 feet in height and width, made of hundreds of 2-ton stone blocks. The structure's significance is highlighted by the presence of huge tools and local legends that spin tales of a race of giant humans living in the region. The wall, sloping at a 60-degree angle, reveals a flat area at the summit where many artifacts have been discovered. Expedition leader Mr. Duvernoy describes it as resembling a paved street, showcasing stones carefully aligned with sharp edges, seemingly shaped by human hands. The structure's purpose is shrouded in mystery, but its design challenges claims of natural formations. The exploration team has recently shared additional details about their findings, including large stones decorated with circular holes, countering claims of the structure being a strange byproduct of nature. This revelation amplifies the potential significance of the discovery, hinting at a possible solution to South America's mysteries and the prospect of finding treasure. Some researchers within the multinational team propose an interesting theory. The structure might be the mausoleum of Atahualpa, the last known Incan emperor. Legend has it that Atahualpa was buried with a large cache of gold donated by his followers in a futile attempt to secure his release from Spanish captors. The draw of this historical treasure hunt has driven countless expeditions, yet success has come to no one. Contrasting perspectives exist within the research community, with some, like Bruce Fenton, suggesting an earlier origin to the artifacts linked to an unknown pre-Inca culture. The discovery of rudimentary tools and the notable erosion on the stone blocks fuel this hypothesis. While the Ecuadorian government has been told of this groundbreaking find, official expeditions by archaeologists and paleontologists face challenges. The treacherous journey, requiring at least an 8-hour trek through the dense, mountainous jungles known for hazards like Africanized killer bees, pose a dangerous task for those seeking to unravel the hidden mysteries within the Lost City of Giants. At number 5, Dyquis Spheres, Costa Rica. Nestled within the lush jungles of Costa Rica, there's a few mysterious stone spheres. They stand as a testament to the once thriving Dyquis culture. Over 300 of the artifacts, commonly known as the Dyquis Spheres, are scattered across the small island of Isla del Caño and the Dyquis Delta, shrouded in the mystery of their origin and purpose. The Dyquis culture in the valley of the Rio Grande at Taraba established in-depth social, economic, and political systems to govern their civilization. The Sinankra period, 1500 to 300 BC, marked the region's first settlement with isolated, small farming communities, possibly organized around the egalitarian system with many tribal elements. Advancing into the Aguas Buenas period, 300 BC to 800 AD, the settlements slowly evolved into more chiefdom structures, governing territories and engaging in a complicated trading network with surrounding territories. It was during this era that the earliest examples of sculptured stones, like cylinders, barrels, and the iconic stone spheres, made their iconic appearance. The Chiriqui period, AD 800 to 1500, witnessed the peak of the Dyquis cultural development. Settlements expanded into large communities situated along the Taraba River, building monument structures with round-edged boulders, paved spots, burial sites, and circular or rectangular mounds fortified with sturdy stone walls. Dyquis artisans, at the height of their creativity, constructed intricate ceramic, bone, and gold objects along with the renowned stone spheres. Varying in size from a few centimeters to well over 2 meters in diameter, the Dyquis spheres were predominantly made from gabbro, a coarse igneous rock that's very similar to basalt. The crafting process involved hammering boulders into crude spherical shapes using denser rocks, followed by meticulous polishing using sand to reach a finished surface. Despite the Dyquis culture's peak, the Spanish explorers who came overseas in the 16th century had no mention of these large stone spheres in their reports. An expedition led by Parafan de Ribeira in AD 1570 added to the expansive mystery, as he reported no signs of indigenous settlements, hinting at the abandonment or destruction of the Dyquis communities. It wasn't until the 1930s, during the jungle clearing efforts led by the United Fruit Company for banana plantations, that the spheres were discovered. Before we continue, if you're joining us for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button to unlock a load of incredible videos, and drop a comment below to tell us what content you'd like to see next. Moving on to number 4, Humpback Whale Calf, Amazon Rainforest. In a bizarre, unprecedented event, a 36-foot humpback whale carcass was located deep within the heart of the Amazon rainforest, a strange anomaly that left scientists and locals scratching their heads in confusion. Found on Araruna Beach, part of the Marajo Island at the mouth of the Amazon River, the whale's presence in the wooded area about 50 feet from the sea raised a bunch of questions. The whale, thought to be a 12-month-old calf, was discovered in February 2019, prompting a team of specialists from the NGO Bicho d'Agua Institute to look into the mysterious circumstances surrounding its irregular landing. The most convincing theory suggested by scientists claims that rough seas and high tides likely propelled the creature out of the water and straight into the forest. Despite the proximity of the discovery site to the water, the logistics of a whale navigating into the woods post-mortem by itself seemed unlikely. The team proposed that the whale was probably tossed ashore and entangled in the mangroves. This idea is supported by the NGO's Facebook post. The cause of the calf's death is still unknown, but speculation increases about the potential ingestion of ocean plastics, a pervasive issue that continues to threaten marine life. The Maritime Herald newspaper suggested this possibility, emphasizing that the whale could have already been dead before washing ashore. Renata Emin, president of Bicho d'Agua and a marine specialist, was dumbfounded by the humpback's presence on the northern coast of Brazil during February, a period when they usually migrate between the Bahia area from August to November before heading south to Antarctica. Amin suggested that the calf may have gotten separated from its mother during the migratory cycle between continents, a strange occurrence that added another layer to the mystery. The discovery, made possible by circling vultures above the concealed carcass, underscores the interconnectedness of ecosystems and the environmental challenges faced by marine life, even in regions far from their expected habitat. The humpback whale's journey into the Amazon rainforest remains an unusual reminder of the complexities within nature that baffle and captivate scientists. At number 3, Nazi Hideout, Argentina. Nestled deep in the Argentine jungle, a concerning discovery has emerged, shedding light on a dark chapter of history shrouded in speculation. the existence of a potential Nazi hideout. The ruins, recently unearthed by a team of researchers led by Daniel Chavulzon from the University of Buenos Aires, reveal 3 buildings hidden in the dense vegetation of the Parque Teucuare, along the country's northern border with Paraguay. In the aftermath of World War II, as the Third Reich faced collapse, a network of escape routes called rat lines facilitated the flight of thousands of war criminals. Many, helped by sympathizers, looked for asylum in South America, particularly Argentina, under the leadership of Juan Domingo Perón, a Nazi sympathizer. The newly found ruins, though, hint at a deeper infiltration into the Argentine jungle than once believed. The buildings, battered by time, raise several questions about their purpose and origin. Chavulzon's team found German coins dating between 1938 and 1944, German porcelain engraved with Made in Germany, and most Nazi symbols, including a swastika, etched into several structures. The site suggests a potential jungle hideaway for high-ranking Third Reich leaders. The 3 buildings served specific functions: a residence, storage facility, and a lookout post. Chavulzon claims that the site was likely part of a secret Nazi project to build shelters for leaders in the event of defeat. These shelters, scattered in the deserts, mountains, cliffs, or jungles, look to provide an inaccessible retreat for escaping Nazis. The location, surrounded by escape routes, made for a protected, dependable site where they could live quietly. While the site may not have seen significant usage, its discovery highlights Argentina's complex history after the war, as it became a haven for Nazis seeking refuge from trials in Europe. The deteriorating structures now exposed to the international spotlight serve as a physical connection to a dark chapter in history, sparking renewed interest in the intersections between the Third Reich and South America. Number 2. Montaña Mágica Lodge, Chile. Nestled within the jungles of Chile's Huilo Natural Reserve, the Montaña Mágica Lodge stands as a fantastic waterfall, hotel, and volcano, creating an otherworldly experience similar to a realm crafted by hobbits. Surrounded by the natural wonders of the Huilo Falls, the world's smallest deer species, the pudu, and South America's longest zipline, this magical lodge is a testament to imagination and skilled craftsmanship. Despite looking like it's carved into a natural stone spire, the Montaña Mágica Lodge is a marvel of human construction. Crafted with locally sourced lumber and stone, the creators built a tall cone that channels water down its sides, creating a mesmerizing spectacle as it weaves through the jungle leaves. The exterior is a blend of man-made design and the organic beauty of the environment. Inside, guests are welcome into cozy suites named after local birds, offering modern amenities that rival those found in more common hotels. The strangeness and beauty of the lodge extended beyond its construction, with additional attractions that enhance the magical experience. Hot tubs made from massive tree trunks, carefully dug out and filled with hot water, offer a luxurious retreat perched on a deck overlooking the lush jungle. A mini golf course integrated into the natural surroundings offers a fun experience, utilizing the forest as part of the obstacle course. While reaching this enchanting site may require a 2-hour journey from the nearest airfield, the Montaña Mágica Lodge offers a magical escape worthy of the effort required to get there. Beyond the setting, guests can partake in outdoor activities like horseback riding, rafting, and hiking, immersing themselves in the wonders of Middle-earth brought to life in the heart of Chile's Huilo Natural Reserve. And at number 1, Las Posas, Mexico. In the jungles of Xilitla, Mexico, the surrealist masterpiece La Posas emerges, a testament to the visionary creativity of British writer and art collector Edward James. Captivated by the enchanting landscape of the area in the late 1940s, James created a fantastical home, transcending conventional architecture norms and giving birth to an incredible sculpture garden. Described by Salvador Dali as crazier than all the surrealists together, Edward James infused his vision into concrete structures, intertwining fantasy and reality among the lush flora and fauna of Xilitla. The resulting Las Posas is a collection of concrete architectural wonders and meandering routes that make up a sculpture garden surrounded by jungle and a river with waterfalls. The genesis of this surreal sanctuary is soaked in magic. The story goes that a cloud of butterflies enveloped James and Plutarco Gastelum during their exploration of the Huastica Potosina. Interpreting this event as a magical sign, James started the construction of his version of the Garden of Eden between 1947 and 1949. Initially focusing on horticulture, disaster hit in 1962 when a blizzard destroyed James' orchid collection. Unfazed, he shifted his focus to building concrete structures resembling floral elements, transforming Las Posas into a garden. The construction involved about 150 people, including skilled carpenters, bricklayers, and gardeners. Over the years, Las Posas evolved into a blend of surreal architecture and natural surroundings, resembling a city adorned with hands, heads, stone snakes, and a bathtub shaped like an eye. The sculptures exude a mysterious quality, consumed by the encroaching jungle, creating an atmosphere of discovery within labyrinthine paths. Open to tourists in 1991, Las Posas serves as a unique lesson for architects. The structures defy all traditional architectural norms, offering an experiential journey instead of a didactic learning experience. Andrew Breton's Surrealist Manifesto, emphasizing thoughts devoid of reason and moral concerns, permeates the essence of Las Posas. As visitors wander through this space, they engage with the works, the landscape, and each other, transcending the concerns of daily life. In the fantastical realm of Las Posas, architecture becomes an experience, challenging conventional perspectives. While these fantastical creations remain unique to this extraordinary sanctuary, they invite us to reimagine the reality of everyday architecture and envision novel possibilities for the environment. Number 6. Euroopter EC725. The Euroopter EC725 Caracal, which is now produced by Airbus Helicopters, is a remarkable example of cutting-edge rotorcraft technology. This versatile long-range tactical transport helicopter, a direct descendant of the Eurocopter Puma Cougar family, epitomizes the latest advancements in helicopter design and functionality. Its innovative features, superior performance, and adaptability to a wide range of mission profiles makes the EC725 Caracal a standout in modern military technology. The EC725 Caracal's evolution from the Puma Cougar family marked a significant step forward in military helicopter tech. It introduced a new fuselage design with an improved shape and incorporated a state-of-the-art 5-blade composite main rotor. These enhancements not only improved its aerodynamics but also contributed to its agility and lift capacity. This helicopter was purpose-built to meet the stringent requirements of the French Air Force for combat search and rescue operations. From its maiden flight in the year 2000 to its swift induction into service with the French Air Force in 2005, the EC725 Caracal showcased its operational readiness and versatility. Subsequently, the French Army also recognized its potential and adopted it into its inventory. The Caracal proved itself in the harshest combat conditions, including deployments to Afghanistan and Mali, underlining its ability to perform in complex real-world combat scenarios. Beyond the French armed forces, the EC725 Caracal has gained international acclaim, with several countries including Brazil, Indonesia, Malaysia, Mexico, and Thailand choosing to integrate this cutting-edge military technology into their own fleets. Whether used for troop transport, cargo delivery, special forces deployment, or combat casualty evacuation, the EC725 Caracal excels in diverse mission profiles. It can carry up to 28 troops or 12 stretchers, or transport substantial internal payloads of up to 12,500 pounds, with additional capability to transport external payloads weighing around 9,920 pounds. To enhance its self-defense and support capabilities, the Caracal can be armed with window-mounted 7.62mm machine guns and side-mounted pods carrying 68mm rockets, making it a formidable asset in the theater of operations. Additionally, its advanced avionics, including a search radar and nose-mounted forward-looking infrared unit, provide day and night search and rescue capabilities, even in challenging weather conditions. Underpinning this technological marvel are the two Turbomeca Makila 2A1 turbo shafts, each delivering 2,382 shaft horsepower, ensuring the EC725's efficient operation. This helicopter also boasts the capability for in-flight refueling, extending its operational range for prolonged missions. For naval operations, an anti-submarine warfare version of the EC725 can be equipped with MU-90 impact aerial launch torpedoes. These add-ons further showcase its adaptability to a wide array of mission profiles. Number 5. The Railgun. Railguns have long captured the imagination of military engineers, offering the promise of launching projectiles at incredible speeds using electromagnetic force rather than chemical combustion. The concept has been a subject of interest for militaries worldwide for over a century. So let's take a closer look at the current state of the railgun technology and the potential breakthroughs on the horizon. A railgun is essentially a futuristic weapon that relies on electromagnetism to propel a projectile at extraordinary velocities. Unlike traditional firearms which burns propellants, railguns exploit magnetism to generate the force required for launch. This fundamental difference makes railguns attractive due to their ability to project munitions over long distances with remarkable accuracy and speed. However, the journey to develop such technology has been fraught with challenges. One major hurdle is ensuring the durability of railguns. While the US Navy has claimed hundreds of shots from the same set of rails, it remains unconfirmed whether these are full power shots or if the railgun can sustain accurate and safe firing. Ideally, a feasible railgun should fire at a rate of 6 rounds per minute, with a rail life at about 3,000 rounds while tolerating extreme conditions, including launch accelerations of tens of thousands of Gs. Projectile guidance is another critical aspect. To field a practical railgun weapon, a robust guidance package for the projectile is needed. It must endure high electromagnetic fields, extreme temperatures, plasma formation, and radiation. Recent advancements show promise, with the projectiles surviving railgun launch environments and providing essential data for precision guidance. Chinese researchers are currently exploring innovative approaches to enhance railgun durability and performance. And to tackle the issue of barrel wear, they've experimented with liquid metal as a cooling material for the rails, effectively reducing wear and tear. Reports suggest that the Chinese railgun prototypes have shown promise, with the ability to launch projectiles at higher velocities and longer ranges than their US counterparts. Despite these advancements, though, the technology still faces substantial challenges. The Chinese military, like the US, is increasingly emphasizing hypersonic missiles as a more practical alternative for long-range destruction. The future of railgun technology remains uncertain. While it promises impressive capabilities, the focus is now on seeking more reliable means of achieving long-range objectives. Whether railguns will become standard military equipment or remain a technological dead end is yet to be determined. But the coming years will certainly shed light on the fate of this intriguing and potentially game-changing technology. Before we continue, if you're joining us for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button to unlock a treasure trove of incredible videos. And don't keep your thoughts to yourself. Drop a comment below and tell us what content you'd like to see next. Number 4. CHAMP. The Counter Electronics High Power Microwave Advanced Missile Project, which is called CHAMP for short, represents a revolutionary development in military technology, offering the US Air Force a potent tool for disabling enemy electronic systems without causing collateral damage. CHAMP missiles, constructed by Boeing's Phantom Works for the US Air Force Research Laboratory, have been shrouded in secrecy until recently when their operational status was confirmed. These high-power microwave weapons are integrated into air-launched cruise missiles that can be delivered from B-52 bombers. And with a range of 700 miles, CHAMP missiles enter enemy airspace at low altitudes, emitting sharp pulses of HPM energy. These pulses target and disable electronic devices, including computers and communication systems, without causing harm to humans or infrastructure. These advanced weapons have been in development since the US Air Force successfully tested a missile equipped with HPM technology in 2012. The test, conducted over a 2-story building at the Utah Test and Firing Range, demonstrated CHAMP's ability to incapacitate a broad range of electronic systems without causing damage to the building itself. The beauty of the HPM missile lies in its ability to penetrate bunkers and underground facilities by following power cables, communication lines, and antennas, rendering their electronics inoperable. This versatility allows CHAMP to target command and control centers, military facilities, fighter planes, tanks, ships, and missile systems, effectively disrupting a country's military infrastructure. What sets CHAMP apart is its capacity to take out multiple targets in succession, rendering it a highly efficient tool for strategic strikes. Even radars attempting to detect CHAMP are rendered inoperable, leaving the target country unaware of the impending electronic disruption. The implications of CHAMP extend beyond military facilities, as the technology has already been used to disable improvised explosive devices and drones in conflict zones. Additionally, other Department of Energy-operated laboratories have been working on HPM capabilities for decades, with potential applications in various areas, including national security and assassination technologies using robot-like weapons on a nanoscale. CHAMP missiles represent a groundbreaking development in modern warfare, offering the U.S. Air Force a non-lethal means of rendering enemy electronic systems inoperable. Unlike traditional cyber attacks or electromagnetic pulse attacks, CHAMP provides a highly targeted and precise method of disabling military assets while leaving civilian infrastructure intact. Number 3. MQ9 Reaper. The MQ9 Reaper is a formidable drone that's equipped with an array of precision weapons and advanced sensor systems, and it plays a pivotal role in contemporary warfare. With its combination of AGM-114 Hellfire missiles, GBU-12 Paveway 2 laser-guided bombs, and a GBU-38 JDAM guidance system, the Reaper is a versatile and lethal asset for a wide range of missions. Notably, the MQ9 Reaper boasts a Honeywell TPE 331-10GD turboprop engine, allowing it to reach speeds of up to 230 miles per hour and achieve a remarkable range of 1,150 miles. The operational crew consists of 2 individuals, a rated pilot who controls the aircraft and commands the mission, and an enlisted crew member who's responsible for operating sensors and weapons. Also, the crew is aided by a mission coordinator as needed. The Reaper's capabilities extend far beyond mere reconnaissance. It serves as a potent offensive platform, conducting missions such as close air support, combat search and rescue, and precision strikes, as well as convoy and raid overwatch, target development, and terminal air guidance. Its ability to loiter for extended periods, coupled with a wide array of sensors and precision weapons, makes it an invaluable asset against high-value, fleeting, and time-sensitive targets. A complete remotely piloted aircraft system involves multiple sensor and weapon-equipped aircraft, ground control stations, a Predator primary satellite link, and necessary operations and maintenance crews to support 24-hour missions. These systems offer tailored capabilities through mission kits, which contain various weapons and sensor payload combinations to meet the specific requirements of combatant commanders. The MQ9 Reaper is equipped with a multispectral targeting system featuring a suite of visual sensors for precision targeting. This includes infrared sensors, daylight TV cameras, image-intensified TV cameras, laser designators, and laser illuminators, all of which provide critical data for target engagement. The drone also features a laser rangefinder, enabling the precise designation of targets for the employment of laser-guided munitions. Additionally, it carries a synthetic aperture radar, enhancing its targeting capabilities for the GBU-38 Joint Direct Attack munitions. In terms of weaponry, the MQ9 Reaper can employ 4 laser-guided AGM-114 Hellfire missiles, known for their accuracy and low collateral damage. This makes the Reaper an ideal choice for anti-armor and anti-personnel engagements. But what truly sets the MQ-9 apart is its flexibility in terms of deployment. The aircraft can be disassembled and loaded into a single container, making it deployable worldwide. It can be transported via aircraft like the C-130 Hercules and operates from a standard U.S. airfield. The primary concept of operations for the Reaper involves remote split operations, where launch and recovery are executed at a forward operating location, while the rest of the mission is remotely controlled from the continental United States. This approach streamlines logistics and enhances command and control functions. Number 2, the USS Zumwalt. The USS Zumwalt represents a groundbreaking leap in naval technology, serving as the U.S. Navy's largest and most technologically advanced surface combatant. As the lead ship of the Zumwalt-class destroyers, it embodies a new era of naval power projection and multi-mission capabilities. At the heart of the Zumwalt-class destroyer is a state-of-the-art electric propulsion system, distinctive wave-piercing tumble-home hull, a stealth design, and the latest in warfighting technology and weaponry. These features combine to create a ship that's visually imposing and incredibly difficult to detect, whether close to the shore or far out at sea. This advanced technology ensures that the Zumwalt-class destroyer maintains its stealth while delivering unparalleled capabilities. The DDG-1000 class of destroyers has been designed to perform a wide range of missions, including deterrence, power projection, and sea control, as well as command and control. These capabilities enable the U.S. Navy to evolve with new systems and missions, adapting to emerging security environments. The vessels possess stealth, size, power, survivability systems, and computing capacity that allow the Navy to complete maritime missions at sea while incorporating new technologies. One of the key design innovations of the Zumwalt-class destroyer is its integrated power system, which provides power to propulsion, ship service, and combat system loads, all from the same gas turbine prime movers. This flexibility not only improves energy efficiency, but also supports the integration of future high-energy weapons and sensors. The wave-piercing tumble-home ship design reduces the vessel's cross-section and acoustic output, making it challenging for adversaries to detect. This design also enables optimal manning with a standard crew size of 175 sailors with an air detachment of 28, leading to lower lifecycle operations and support costs. The Zumwalt-class destroyer is equipped with a multifunction radar that's capable of conducting area air surveillance even over land. This advanced radar system enhances situational awareness and the ship's overall capabilities. Another remarkable feature of these destroyers is their battery. Each ship has 2 advanced gun systems that fire long-range land attack projectiles that are capable of reaching distances of up to 63 nautical miles. This threefold range improvement in naval surface fire coverage significantly enhances the vessel's firepower. The Zumwalt-class destroyers have been meticulously designed and engineered to ensure cost-effective and timely construction. They're poised to serve as versatile and capable assets, and they support a wide range of naval missions in today's modern era. And at number 1, the MQ25 Stingray. The U.S. Navy is moving forward with its plans to introduce the MQ25 Stingray into its operational capabilities. The Stingray is a carrier-based unmanned aerial refueling tanker, and introducing it marks a significant step forward fielding the U.S. Navy's first operational carrier-based unmanned aircraft, designed to provide essential refueling capabilities. The MQ-25 Stingray, developed by Boeing, is slated to enhance the combat range of deployed FA-18 Super Hornets, EA-18G Growlers, and Lockheed Martin F-35C combat aircraft by offering aerial refueling capabilities on aircraft carriers. This advancement is crucial for extending mission endurance and combat reach. Boeing secured an $805 million development contract in 2018 to produce 4 MQ-25 carrier-based unmanned aerial tankers, beating out competing designs from General Atomics and Northrop Grumman. The MQ-25 features an advanced, customized remote information operations interface controller that was developed in collaboration with AI Tech Defense Systems, Inc. This avionics remote interface offers versatile expandability, including power switching and mass SD flash memory. The system integrates critical components such as gigabit Ethernet port with precision timesync IEEE 1588 support, multiple RS-422 ports, LVDS, spacewire ports with LVDS information operations, CAN bus ports, and GPIO options. This high-density, low-power subsystem supports a wide range of applications, including vehicle platform flight control, navigation control, video and image processing, data telemetry, and much more. With the MQ25 Stingray's progress toward initial operation capability expected by 2024, the U.S. Navy is poised to enhance its carrier aviation proficiencies with this carrier-based unmanned tanker, and doing so will support a wide array of missions and extend the reach of its combat aircraft. What other modern military high-tech devices and machines would you like us to make a video about? Let us know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.